So the Boston Celtics this season, they have been very underrated. And the reason I say that is because we have teams like OKC and the Cavs who won 60 games this season, 60 plus games. And that overshadows the Celtics a lot. Yes, the Celtics won the NBA championship last year, but they came back and they weren't looking like the same team that they once were last year. What I mean by that is the dominance, the defense. Some of their guys were in and out the lineup. We just didn't see the same dominant Boston Celtics team that we seen last year. And it's crazy that I say all this, that they weren't as dominant as they were last year. They aren't the same team as they were. They're facing injuries, and they still have won 60 games this season, and they have a chance to win 61 games. Out of everybody in the entire NBA, OKC, they have the best record. They're 67-14. They won 67 games. The Cavs, they won 64 games, lost 17 games. And the Celtics, they won 60 games and lost 21 times. But they still have a great season. If you ask me, 60 games is really elite. But I think the main question everybody wants to know about the Boston Celtics is, can they win back-to-back NBA championships? And if you're asking me, yes, I think this Boston Celtics team, they are one of the best rosters in the entire NBA, one of the best defensive teams in the entire NBA. Yes, we have many great defensive teams, but the Boston Celtics and the personnel that they have for their defense, it's elite and it's just unmatched. The Celtics, they have one of the best offenses in the entire NBA. And yes, they shoot a lot of threes, but they have the personnel to do so. Derek White, KP, Al Horford, Payton Pritchard, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum. Like, they have a lot of guys who can shoot the three, who can get to the rim. They have so many ways to create opportunities on offense. And this is just why I think this team will still be elite in the postseason. They will be as dominant as they were last year. But let's get into some of these players on the Boston Celtics roster. First up, I got to talk about Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum, he has always been amazing for the Boston Celtics. He's one of the few players in the NBA who plays a lot of games. I believe he played about 72 games this year. I would have to check. But Jayson Tatum, he has been healthy. He has been there for his team. This season, he's averaging 26 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and he shoots 45% from the field. He's 5th in the NBA in points. Jayson Tatum, he might not stand out like guys like Shea or Jokic or even Giannis, but Jayson Tatum, he is a really great player. He is a top 5 player in the NBA, and he is a huge reason why the Boston Celtics are as good as they are right now. They won 60 games this season. Jayson Tatum, I'm confident that he will make the first team All-NBA. I mean, Jayson Tatum, he's played 72 games this season. Like I said, he's averaging 26 points this season. He's 5th in the NBA for that, and he's been a huge reason why the Celtics have won 60 plus games this year. I want to talk about Derek White and Jrue Holiday now, because they seem to be this defensive guard duo, and I really like it for the Boston Celtics. But first, let me talk about Derek White. Derek White, first off, he's played 76 games this year. That's already amazing for the Boston Celtics. They need a player like him just playing games and being consistent and playing his role on the team, and that's exactly what White does. Jrue Holiday. Now, many people will say Jrue Holiday, he's having a down year because he's not the same defender that he once was last year, but all I can say to that is we just have to wait until we see the playoffs, because Jrue Holiday, he has been known for being a great postseason defender. Yes, Jimmy Butler has cooked him before, but even last year, he got the game-winning stop on the Pacers. We see him make so many game-winning defensive plays, and I think that's what he will do for the Celtics come playoff time. Al Horford and Porzingis. Now, Al Horford, I'm just surprised that he is still able to hold up. He's able to still guard on the perimeter. He's still able to get back and try a block a shot or contest a shot. He's still knocking down a three at a high clip. He's been amazing for the Boston Celtics, and I believe he's like 37, 38 years old, and he's still playing heavy minutes for them, and he's a huge reason why the Boston Celtics are as good as they are. He's a big reason of that. Porzingis, when he is healthy playing for the Boston Celtics, he makes his team unfair. I mean, Porzingis, he stretches the floor, knocks down shots. He can block shots at the rim. Porzingis, he's just an elite player to have on your team, and he makes his Celtics team 10x better than what they are without him. Now, the finals MVP, Jaylen Brown. Now, Jaylen Brown, I believe he's having a down season this year. He hasn't been the same player that he was last year, and that could be due to the injury that he is facing, but he's averaging 22 points this season, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He shoots 46% from the field, but he shoots 32% from 3. But like I said, maybe the injury is causing him to have a down year. I mean, he missed 15 games because of his right knee, but I know he has been resting. He's missed the last like 6-7 games. But Jaylen Brown, I know in the postseason, if he is healthy next to his crew, he will do his part. He will be elite on defense. He will take on the best defender. He will knock down his shots, and he will just be that secondary option that the Boston Celtics need. So I'm really confident in this team, even with Jaylen Brown's injury. It's just so many pieces around Jayson Tatum on this team, and it's just hard for them not to win a game. They're going to win. They have KP who could go off, White who could go off, Brown if he's healthy, he can go off, Drew Holiday. They might game plan and leave him open, and he's knocking down shots. So Tatum can even go off. How can I forget that? Payton Pritchard, he comes off the bench and does what he has to do as well. So it's so many guys on this team who could do what they have to do in order for them to win an NBA championship again. But I believe this season, the Boston Celtics, they will win the 2025 NBA championship. Like I said, they have the pieces, they have the rotations, they have everything that you need to win another NBA championship. And I think Jayson Tatum, he will make a statement and win the Finals MVP. But with that being said, if you guys like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. 6 likes and I'm out. See you guys in the next.